'Cause I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts bare, man. I've breathed the mountain air, man. I've travelled, I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere. Been to Tullamore, Seymour, Robe, Malulabar, Nambour, Ridgedale, Kilmore, Rillabar, Burnsville, Emmaville, Wallerville, Connemara, Connemara, Strathrown, Proserpine, Alladala, Darwin, Gingin, Nilliquin, Muckdilla, Wallerville, Bougainville, Cumberland, Ramakiller. I've been everywhere, man.
That'd be Lucky Star. He's been everywhere, but he hasn't been to Robe. But I tell you who has been to Robe, a man who has changed his name for the day just to fit in with the locals. It's a very warm welcome to the Two Blokes Chatting radio show to Robe Cameron. Good morning, Robe.
Good morning, Neil, Grant and Steve from Bambara and other listeners to 94.7 The Pulse. It's a joy to be with you.
Now, we must explain the situation here. You have gone to MC a wedding in that, and I was a bit concerned when you told me during the week that you were going to be MCing a wedding in a robe. And I had a vision that was not a pleasant one, but you tell me it's the town, not the item of clothing.
That is correct. And it's funny how things, when someone says, "Oh, I'd like you to be MC at my wedding," and you're just full of joy and happiness and gratitude, and you say yes, 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 and then you go through the details of when and where the wedding is, and it's GDFNL Grand Final weekend. Oh, okay, we'll get around that somehow. And by the way, it's 500 kilometres away. And okay, we'll get around that.
Yeah. And obviously, you went after you went to the MCG last night.
No, I'm not a great goer to the footy these days. As you know, I'm not a big fan of the AFL, and any time that they might make a quid out of me, I'm reluctant to let them have it. I can barrack for the Cats from afar.
Now, we're going to talk about Robe. Let's juxtapose, because I have to say that word once a week, let's juxtapose the concept of local football and you being in Robe. Is there a local AFL competition having finals at the moment?
No, there isn't. But there is an Australian rules football competition here. And ironically, the Robe Roosters are hosting the Hatherley whatevers in a replay of last year's local grand final on in the town today. So unfortunately, both the wedding and the football match started exactly the same time, so I won't be able to do a bit of each, I don't think.
And please tell me that the bloke who's getting married isn't a Robe Rooster who's taken half the team away to go to his wedding.
He's a Sri Lankan lion, young Southeast. He's not a Robe Rooster at all.
Excellent.
No, the town is up and about. There's red and white streamers and decorations all around the place. And I'm just guessing, it could be like the KNTFL to the north, where the grand final is played on a roster system. But you get
rostered into the grand final? This year it's Keith versus Bordertown.
No, this year it's Kingston versus Mundalla.
Right.
Being played today at Lucendale, which is they share it around. But this one, I reckon it might be team highest on the ladder gets to choose where the final's played. So Robe are playing Hatherley in Robe today. So there's great excitement. But the weather is, as Rex Hunt would say, Scheisenhausen. Strong, cold winds from the west, which looks pretty, but it ain't. And it's pretty miserable. And we've got an outdoor lawn wedding this afternoon at 2 o'clock. So
Everyone knows it's windy.
Now, you're over there for the wedding, Rob. Have you been to Robe before?
Yeah, a couple of times. A long time ago when I was visiting South Australian, I came down here on a drive once, and I think from memory at some other time earlier, I reckon it's twice that I've been here. The first time the weather was spectacular, and I thought, what a lovely town. It's very much a Point Lonsdale type town, maybe Queenscliffy, with a lot of retired agricultural folk come here.
Well, you'd feel at home.
I'm very much at home. But there is a bit of fishing activity, and you go further around the coast to Cape Jaffa and Kingston, and there's a lot of crayfishing done in this particular area. So it's a big part of the local industry, I suppose, as well. But it's basically just a little retirement village that a lot of people come to visit in the off-season. The caravan park that we're in is not a lot about, I must admit. But I would think in a month or so they'll be chock-a-block for a long, long time, because it's a very, very popular destination in SA.
How far away is Hatherley? Hatherley, beg your pardon.
Is a little district on the edge of Mount Gambier, so that would be probably 60 kilometres from here.
So given that they're versing Robe in the grand final today, people would drive across, they wouldn't come and stay in the caravan park. That's where I was going.
I wouldn't think. It'll be a quiet little day trip. This league is a little more congested, as I said, in the league up further north at Keith. Some teams would have regular 100-plus kilometre trips to go to the footy, but I think down here most would be, I would doubt that would there be any hundreds at all in this competition. There'd be a lot of 60s and 80s, though.
Now, you referred to Kingston not being very far away from Robe. Am I right in saying that there are, in fact, 2 Kingstons in South Australia, and therefore that one is called Kingston SE?
Correct, Kingston Southeast, and it's only 40 kilometres away, and it's quite funny that Robe and Kingston are that close to play in different football competitions, which is very, very odd. Penola used to play in the league that Keith's in, but they've just gone south and they play in the Mount Gambier league now as well. So there's a bit of an oddity with distance and teams and preferences of where they want to play. But the other Kingston, I think, is on the other side of Adelaide maybe, or closer to Adelaide. But yeah, the Kingston with the SE on the end is that subtle difference. Famous for seaweed.
Oh, excellent! That's a good reason to be there. Now, one other thing about the football teams, I don't like to ridicule you on the radio, Rob. It's only something I do once a week. But
Yes.
You make a point about distance. I'm almost certain that St Mary's and Geelong are very, very geographically close, but they play in different leagues as well. One plays in the GFL and the other one plays in the AFL.
Well, St Mary's isn't even a place, so I don't know why you bring them up. They don't.
All right. Well, let's run with Newtown.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
Newtown has a postcode.
Yeah. What? But it's the same postcode as Geelong.
Yeah.
Huh?
True, but yes, you make an interesting point. Over here, there's not a lot of choice, though. There's certainly no upper-level competition unless you go to Adelaide, so there's just lots of little scrubby...
So maybe that's the 20th licence, Robe, because there's no Roosters already.
It could be, yeah. We could debut the Roosters in the Australian Football League.
Is there a spot for a stadium with a roof?
Oh, anywhere. There's a nice little point out into the ocean.
Well, that's their favourite option, isn't it? Putting on a point overlooking water.
No, anything's possible.
Yeah, excellent. So what do people around... Sorry, go. I was
going to ask, Rob, you go over there for the wedding. You mentioned it's outside. Is it at a local park or is it in part of a function centre? Where's the wedding actually?
It's at a little stay place. It's called Splash accommodation, and in amongst lots of units there's just a lovely little lawn and deck area, and they've just chosen that to be the place. And on a beautiful day it would be spectacular with the ocean just at the back, but on a day like this there's going to be some challenges, I must say.
Now, what do the good folks around Robe do? Is it very agricultural?
Yeah, very much so, and I was just going to say how pleased I was once I got past Colac, how good things looked all the way across. It is back to its absolute best after a pretty horror previous 8 months, which has stretched everyone's finances and senses of humour and mental health, as we've talked about with you and Warren, Neil, and other times on the show. The farming fraternity over here have been under enormous pressure, but things look pretty rosy at the moment, but it's only early days for recovery, which a lot more rain is needed to get the industry back on track. But at the moment, it looks beautiful all the way across, and agriculture definitely around here is a key component, on top of that little bit of fishing that goes on in this part of the South Australian network. But I would say, without doubt, agriculture is the thing.
Well, we are going to let you go and get yourself prettied up for the wedding, because goodness knows you need a bit of time. But he
doesn't need time to get his emceeing ready. He's good at that.
Oh no, he's good at that, and he's probably got the same suit as he wore the other night to the what's her name. But
I'm a one suit pony.
Yeah, no, that's been said before as well. We have a show on this radio station at 11 o'clock called Chewing the Fat, which I'll be hosting today in the absence of your good self, and I'm going to be talking to Linda Widdop from Aussie Hay Runners. So it all ties in with what you were talking about.
Yeah, it looked very, very timely, and that the work that they do is wonderful. But she'll probably fill you in the detail of the data around the seriousness of the industry. And again, we say it doesn't rain grass. That's the biggest problem. Things are rosy now, but we've got to get lots more so they can cut hay, fill up sheds, because there's not a bale of hay anywhere in this part of the world, right through the southern part of Australia at the moment. So unless they have a bumper hay season to fill up, this is going to be worse next year.
Well, Steve from Bambora's got a question for you on the text line, which of course is 0488 877 947. He said, is it good coin for the gig, or is Rob addicted to wedding cake? I would have thought both, knowing you.
Don't mind a decent wedding cake.
Yeah.
I'll go with the wedding cake, Steve.
Yeah, good on you.
Doesn't come into it.
What a great thrill it is to speak to you on on your day away. May it be that you and I are very tense this time next Saturday morning when we're hosting together, because both our teams have made it to the grand final, not just one of them.
Well, my predictor, which is not very good, I think I've picked 2 winners out of the entire final series at the moment. Picked your side. That might be a curse on you, I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, I sincerely hope we win, because call me old-fashioned, but I'd rather see Brisbane in the grand final than Collingwood, and I don't know why that is. Rob Cameron, today known as Robe Cameron, thank you for joining us on Two Blokes Chatting Radio Show. We'll get you on more frequently next week.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Rob. See you, bye.
Have a good day, Rob.